We are the Dinner Ladies. Today we're going to be making hidden veg spaghetti bolognese.
For years we've been trying to get veg into our children, and this has got lots of sneaky little ways of putting loads in.
Sneaky.
You will need
Spaghetti, chopped tomatoes,
red wine,
celery,
courgette,
carrots,
pepper,
mushrooms,
onions,
garlic,
and last of all,
beef stock cubes.
and of course you need a kilogram of beef mince from our local butcher. So the first thing I'm going to prepare is the onions. I actually find this the most relaxing thing in the world, chopping onions. The bit that actually makes you cry is this bit at the end. I don't mind chopping it off because it doesn't really affect my eyes too much, but for the people out there that cry when they chop onions, chop off the end at the last. This is not a sharp enough knife. That's better. You peel it back like this. So you see how I've got that held there?
I've never seen you cut an onion like
That's
this.
because I never do it, but I'm just doing it for the people
Okay,
out there
fine.
that have their eyes hurt.
Fine.
Okay? You need a flat surface. If you want rings, do it like that. But for kids, they like tiny, small little bits.
Yeah.
Keep your fingers out the way. This is a really sharp knife. And then down, keeping your fingers out of the way. This part of your finger is a guide, really. If I had a larger knife, it would be easier, but I'm just having to use the tools that I've been given today because this is the sharpest knife. Right, now look, lots of tiny little bits. While I do these onions, I'm going to ask Steph to get on with her stuff. Can you get on with grating and doing all the other veg, please?
So here's all the veg. First of all, I'm going to peel the carrots. I'm just going to cut the end off on all these carrots, and then I'm just going to...
Don't cut too much off. Wait, not...
Shh. You can basically just put in anything that you need to basically use up in the fridge. Just as long as you cut it finely enough, or whiz it up so it basically comes into nothing.
And this is the root here. That bit there. And I've sliced down like that towards the root, and it's all stayed together. And I do the same this way, and it stays together, and it makes it far more manageable when you're chopping it. And then you can do it like this, and it all stays together until the very end. So relaxing. What are you laughing at?
It's not relaxing.
It is relaxing.
I don't find grating carrots relaxing at all because it's actually starting to hurt my arm.
Neither do I, which is why you're doing it.
I came up with this recipe and I've tweaked it over the years
It was essential to
with
tweak it.
kids.
Because remember,
Eleanor, shut up.
the first time that we had a date, Steph made me spag bol. What did you put in it, boo?
I added all sorts in it, but
What
I did
did you-
add a dolmeal as well.
A dull meal, a dull mio.
Is it a
Dull-
dolmeal?
Yeah, made it a dull meal, that's for sure.
This is going to be a one-pot wonder. We're going to just cook the onions in now, and then we're going to take the onions out, and then we're going to cook the mince before you put anything in. Make sure they're cooked, and then whack everything in. We're going to have a good glug of olive oil.
Whoa!
Ready?
Yeah.
All right, this might take a few minutes.
I'm now gonna chop up the garlic. I love garlic, so I'll be putting 5 cloves in, maybe 6. Bash it, cut off the end, peel it really easily. Woo!
You know when they're done, the cooking of the garlic, when you actually start to really smell it.
We always put a bit of red wine in, but we were bought this red wine by from our brother and sister-in-law for our...
My system. Yeah.
Yeah, for our 12-year anniversary yesterday.
Which we thought it was 13, but it's actually 12. You're breaking that cork.
I know. It'll be all right.
Eleanor, you've absolutely
Just leave
destroyed
it,
that.
leave it.
Look, and show the camera
Just
what you've
leave
done.
it.
You've destroyed that. Better not be any cork in there.
Look, perfect.
Oof, lucky. That's enough. We want it sparingly.
And just so you know, you don't have to do
No.
this for kiddies' meals, but all the alcohol gets burnt off.
Just
Oh, you want
do
me
that.
to scrape?
Yeah. All right, we're done here. Oh my God.
We'll just break it up.
So we got this meat, this minced meat from our local butchers.
Hinton.
Hinton's. It's catching under the bottom,
Do you
but
put
that's
pepper
fine.
in now, darling? You don't season the meat now?
No.
I'd like to season the meat.
No,
please.
you don't need to season the
Soaked
meat.
it in now.
Eleanor, how do you feel about Steph being in charge of this one?
Oh yeah.
I'm delighted. Bit of salt. Bit of pepper. You're just trying to add flavour.
A little bit more of that to get the bits at the bottom. Teeny. Whoa. And basically it all goes in together now. So we're putting now the onions, garlic, and we added the wine to the onions. They've gone in. Just going to mix that around.
So I'm just going to get on with chopping the celery. Again, I'm going to make it as small as possible so that it just disintegrates into pretty much nothing for the kids.
Right, I'm going to...
Down the middle.
Can I just cut on me for a sec?
Yeah.
So I'm now going to put the carrots in. Put them all in. Whiz that around. Right, we need some liquid now because it's starting to stick again.
Tomatoes, and go for the best you could possibly can.
So we're going to put 3 tins in.
So I think that when it's not juicy enough, you can always add extra tomatoes or tomato-based things.
Passata.
Not dolmio.
A couple of beef stock cubes. Now I'm going to put hot water in it. Woo, steamy. It's now all melted into the boiling water. Right, I think that's all right. Not swimming in it, but there's enough. And now I'm going to cut this pepper up. Oh, I've already cut it up. I'm going to cut it up really small and then put them into the bolognese. It will cook and kind of melt into nothing. As long as you cut it up really small, you'll be all right.
Right, I'm going to add this celery now. I've chopped it really quite small. It will disintegrate over time. Look how much veg is going into this spag bowl, and our kids don't like veg.
They don't like peppers, not keen on carrots. They will not eat mushrooms. They will not eat courgettes. But in this, they will.
They do enjoy watching our videos, but they're not allowed to watch this one.
How long do you think you need to simmer that bolognese for?
An hour, probably.
Minimum.
Minimum? Yeah, minimum. I also give a good squirt of ketchup in this, but not too much, just a quick squirt. I mean, that's probably a tablespoon, I'd say. Small little cubes of pepper going in.
I'm chopping up these mushrooms and making them look nothing like mushrooms.
So they literally go into nothing. I think the last thing to go in is mushrooms, but what we're looking for, I'm going to put a lid on it in a minute, but you want it on a medium heat. Keep checking because you don't want it catching or properly boiling. You just want it on a simmering heat and then just leave it. But just make sure there's enough liquid there because you don't want it to go dry. Right, courgette, I'm going to grate it. Again, it will go into nothing once it goes into the pot.
The whole beauty of a spag bowl is that you can literally add as you're making. And so we thought that this is not quite tomatoey enough.
Yeah.
So we're going to add a passata.
And also, with the passata, you can use this instead of tomatoes because tomatoes, they take longer to cook. So if you just use a passata, it's actually quicker. I would get loads of freezer bags and portion it. When we're obviously pressed for time for cooking, I just whack it out, put it in the microwave for for a minute to defrost and then put it all into a pan for a really quick meal, already homemade. Our kids won't eat this. I think it just needs a lid on and then we'll check it later. Done.
2 hours later.
Okay, so this has been cooking for 2 hours. We've given it the odd stir and we've also had the lid off for a little bit just because we wanted to evaporate some of the water. But this looks perfect.
You can see how much it's reduced.
Yeah.
Because it was right at the top, wasn't it? And it's gone down.
And also you can see that the vegetables, you can't really see them unless you're really picky.
It helps when you're with other friends, when you're introducing new meals to kids. We know that Cribs kids will gobble this up.
And our kids will gobble this up.
And our kids will.
Because we cook this all the time.
There's quite a few of us eating tonight. I tend to do it like this and it will fall in naturally and cook all at the same time.
Just push it in. Literally just push it in.
Do you want to do it?
Yes.
Okay. One of my nannies, did I ever tell you this, Boo?
No, don't. Don't you dare. To see if it's ready.
She used to say if it was
Go on
ready by doing this.
Go on then.
It's ready!
Sorry about that, Crib. That's going to really burn your mouth because it's such a massive spoon. That's not trying, that's eating. Okay, how is it?
It's absolutely delicious.
Good.
It actually doesn't need anything. Let's serve it up.
How is it?
Amazing.
That was our bolognese.
Hidden veg bolognese. And let us know how you get on. See if it works with your kids. Any other suggestions that you might like to propose for us to cook? Please do let us know. See you next time.
Bye.